You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, in case you do not know this, the New York Jets are complete disaster, utter mess. And Joe Douglas just got fired despite having a really good track record with players. And I heard a little tidbit. I was listening to John Middlecoff's 3 and Out podcast yesterday, and he dropped a little nugget in there I had not heard before. And that nugget was the fact that Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh actually did not want to draft Zack Wilson. I did not know that. They wanted to keep Sam Darnold, and I did not know that. And that was something that I guess John had heard back in the day prior to that draft or right around the time of that draft. And, of course, Sam Darnold is now one of these quarterbacks, former Jets quarterbacks, along with Geno Smith, that's actually having real success in the league as a starter. And the hits just keep on coming for this franchise. And now we're talking about Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan. Jon Gruden's name's out there. Rex Ryan's name is out there right now. And I'm like, wow. Got some reaction to that from fans. But we're going to start with this. There's a couple of things involving Aaron Rodgers that has come out. Woody Johnson wanted to bench Aaron Rodgers. Put it out there that they talked about benching Aaron Rodgers after, I believe it was the Broncos loss. The Athletic right here reported Tuesday that Johnson had floated the idea of benching quarterback Aaron Rodgers for backup Tyrod Taylor after Jets' Week 4 loss to the Denver Broncos. Now, what's interesting about this is yesterday there was a story that came out involving, and I had the story up here. Oh, here it is right here. Boomer Esiason came out and just flat said, Aaron Rodgers is hurt right now. Now, I don't know what this is about. Boomer's exactly got this WFAN morning show with Boomer and Gio. They had it forever up there. And he has come out and said that he has got a front leg injury. All right? And that's why Aaron is not throwing the ball down the field. Now, Aaron's 40 years old, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know if part of this is Aaron Rodgers is going to want to play somewhere else next year, and so let's put it out there that I'm just hurt. But if I wasn't hurt, I could still play. But nonetheless, this is what Boomer said. Legendary quarterback Boomer Esiason is claiming that Rodgers is hurt once again, but is trying to play through it. Most notably, Boomer says that Rodgers' lackluster performance, in which he hasn't been able to throw the ball down the field, is not because of wide receivers not being open, but that Rodgers simply can't do it because of a front leg injury. Quote, why wasn't Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball down the field? I think there was only one pass over 20 yards. The former Bengals quarterback began before dropping the news at one point that that would be disasters for the Jets franchise before their 3-8 record so far. Boomer made the comments on WFAN. Quote, I'm telling you right now, he's injured. He's 100% injured. I want to say it's on that left leg, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's a hamstring. You can just tell. Everything's coming off of his back foot. I noticed that. It looks like he's trying to protect his left leg. I don't know if it's a knee or if it's a hamstring, but it looks to me like it's a hamstring. He's not going through the proper mechanics. Well, I mean, Aaron's never been huge on mechanics, but nonetheless, that could explain a lot, I guess. So, that brings us over to this. Would Woody Johnson bring back Rex Ryan? And a lot of people, you see right there, it's being the lines being drawn between Steiner and old Billy Martin. And, yeah, I mean, Steinbrenner had an affinity for Billy. And, well, they were in business together a lot over the years. But that is the last coach that had any real success. You know, the two Mark Sanchez teams, the AFC Championship games, was Rex Ryan. Now, we all know Rex Ryan is a hell of a defensive coordinator, all right? He's a hell of a defensive coach, no doubt about it. And Rex has made comments lately about the fact that he would have this team with like 8 or 9 wins right now or something to that effect. And there's some real response from Jets fans over the idea that they could bring back Rex Ryan. Now, a lot of people are saying it needs to be a veteran. There's a lot of Jon Gruden fire right now around the Jets, and now Rex Ryan. Could there be a package deal there? I don't think so. I think the personalities are too big to coexist. The only coach out there with experience that knows the organization and loves the Jets, no other experienced head coach or GM is coming anywhere near the Jets. The new coach and GM are still stuck with a win-now team unless they are planning another complete teardown and rebuild. You can't do that. You can't tear it down. There's way too much talent on this team. Way too much talent. I mean, that's what was so crazy about them losing, for example, to the Patriots. I mean, the Jets have got light years more talent than a team like the Patriots does right now. This person says, ground and pound is so 20 years ago. Ben Johnson, please. Well, the formula is working out pretty well for the Steelers right now. I mean, look, I wouldn't give a rip. I'd run the ball, play defense. Look, it's come back around some. All right? It has come back around some. Some teams are doing that. The Ravens, Derrick Henry, they've won a lot of games this year. Let's give it a go. Passion is hard to find, and it's needed. No, the fans need not let their heart rule their head. It's not the best idea, but, yeah, it's not so bad. Absolutely not. If we can do better, great, but we can and have certainly done far worse consistently since him. A lot of people, nah. Bring back Sexy Rexy, no. We do not want an all-defensive coach. We want Chucky. Give us Jon Gruden. Yep, no. My vote is yes. It would be another bad move. Rex had no idea how to build a roster. No, that time has passed. Let's turn the page. Oh, no. Yes, no. So now you got a fan base. No. I like Rex, but I don't think he's the answer. Great head coach to establish OCs, DC, and we fly. Yes. So the fan base is split on this. It doesn't shock me, but the fan base is split on the idea of bringing Rex Ryan back. I'm going to tell you why this is being floated, all right? Woody Johnson, there's a couple of things. Woody Johnson did not want to fire Rex Ryan. Kind of like Mark Davis didn't really want to fire Jon Gruden. The other thing is, name the other coach that's got any real success that's going to come in there and take that job after what just happened with Robert Saleh, because, look, people around the NFL believe Saleh should have still kept that job. And they're getting crushed over firing Joe Douglas. Now, Joe Douglas is probably going to get another general manager's job because of how dysfunctional the Woody Johnson thing is. But Rex Ryan would take that job back. You know he would. And he's an experienced head coach. At this point, what could it possibly hurt, for crying out loud, to give Rex a shot? The fan base would get fired up. I don't know that Aaron Rodgers would want to stay and play for Rex Ryan. Maybe he would. That would certainly be interesting, and I root for interesting. Or it could be a complete disaster. But it's already a disaster. I don't know. I'm rooting. I'm crossing my fingers that Jon Gruden gets this job because I want to see him back in the NFL. And I think his personality's big enough to be able to handle it. But so's Rex Ryan's. Now, it's like, do you want an offensive coach? You want a defensive coach? Some could say in this day and time, you want an offensive coach. But Spagnuolo, looking great. Look, he's the biggest reason the Chiefs are 9-1 right now, is that defense in Kansas City. You know, the Steelers, great defense. Look how well they're doing right now. Why are the Cowboys so down? Their defenses fell apart. That's a big part of it. Tell me what you think. They wanted to bench Aaron Rodgers. Oh, I can't wait for Rodgers to be on Pat McAfee Tuesday next week. I assume he'll be back on there to talk about that. He cannot be happy about that at all. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.